in 5 minutes, let's attempt to understand what design thinking is. And just by show of room, can I have a feel of how many of you already know design thinking? Great. So how? Just a little question. All right. So I hope by the end of in 5 minutes, those who know design thinking and those who don't probably can have a few things to think about. And so, how many of you have received a gift before in this room? Okay. And how many of you have given a gift before? Great. So I brought this to me this morning when I was leaving my room. I saw it and I picked it. It's a gift that someone gave me last year on my birthday. That I really love today. So I kept this thing, right? And I have it here because I felt that the person used the design thinking approach in getting me the gift. And so it delighted me and I loved it. So first of all, you want to understand that design thinking is a tool that we use to delight people. If you want to delight your customers, you want to delight whoever your user is, you need a tool and a structure to communicate to delight in them. Design thinking is a tool. So you can think about it that way. Mostly, in getting someone a gift, it looks something like this. You start out, and it's chaos because you have to first understand the person, what their needs are, what their aspirations are, what would delight them, what would make them go, wow, you got me this gift. And keep the box after a year and bring it to a workshop. That's what you want to do, right? When you want to give someone a gift. And in our fields, wherever you find ourselves, I think our customers, we want to give them something. We want to give them something that would delight them. So our customers could be, to a teacher, his users or customers could be students. And so for every one of us in this room, we have somebody that is at the receiving end of our outputs that we want to delight. And sometimes we want to, you start out sometimes not even knowing exactly what to delight them or what to wow them, but you want to keep going, you want to keep moving because you want to delight them. You want to get to a point of focus and clarity for all of these lines. So the typical example of giving a gift, I'm going to use that to demonstrate the design thinking tool in 3 minutes. Alright. So then someone will want to ask, can you go a step backwards and tell us what design thinking is? So I want you to think of design thinking as a problem-solving approach, right? Giving someone a gift is a problem. You want to get it right, you want to delight them. And so, alright, sure, giving someone a gift, you want to delight them. You want to get them the gifts that will wow them. And so, it's a problem that you want to solve creatively. So design thinking really is a tool for creative problem solving. And of course, it starts with people and their needs, right? So your need is to delight somebody, and everybody has needs, right? You can cut across very different spectrums. Mostly, if you Google design thinking, you're going to see something like this. So this is the process of design thinking. And we do always talk about, so teach it in a linear way. So we start from here and end here. But in reality, it's actually, very iterative, and you can really start from anywhere and anywhere. So in the example of giving someone a gift, you want to start from understanding the people, who they are, what would they like, what are their aspirations, what are some of the unmet needs, because you want to give them something to use, right? So if you know the person to be someone who is active and loves sports, probably you want to give them the latest sports Nike shoes that will get online more, because they would love it because they are a sports person. So you do a lot of empathy, and that's more of research. So typically, the person that got me this gift did call my mom to say, I'm trying to get Kofi something. What do you think he would like? So that is research. We're doing a lot of research in an attempt to understand Kofi. Now, once you have all of that research, maybe the person called my mom, called my sisters, called my brothers, went through my social media feed in an attempt to understand me, right? And so all the person was doing was empathizing with me to understand exactly who I am and what would like me. Then, with all of this data, the person now defines to say, I think I've spoken to enough people, and I know what my interest could be. So he defines to say, Kofi is an active person that would like a shoe. So then, what type of shoe should I get Kofi? Is it Nike? Is it Adidas? Should I get him Kantanka shoes? Should I get him whichever shoes the person wants to give me, we'll go into ideation. So you're going to ideate as a number of shoes to get in. Maybe you'll probably come to my house again and say, Mommy, I got an Adidas shoe and a Nike shoe. Which one do you think you would like? Mommy probably will say Adidas, and then you say, which color would you like? Black, red, all of that. All of that, what you're doing probably sounds like prototyping, right? So you're playing around, you feel of the idea that might delight you. And you move that into, maybe you want to find out what my shoe size is. During your empathy phase, you got information that I'm maybe size 41, but you go me a 41 and it didn't quite fit because maybe it's 41 closes. So you go back again, somewhere here or somewhere there, and then you're going to go through this process until you are certain that you're going to give me a gift, so I'm going to keep the box until a conference and I share with people. So in essence, that's the design thinking process. It helps you to solve problems for people that will delight them. So for me, it's a whole lot more about delighting people and a whole lot more about moving forward through the chaos, right? Alright, that's expected. So you want to understand the design thinking process this way. Just to conclude it, it's an ideology, it's a process with an accompanying ideology, right? So what are some of the things that we think about, or some of the mindsets that we have in design thinking? We believe there's a lot more user-centric, so you want to really put the user in the center of the problem-solving approach, and then understand the user a whole lot better, so that you can delight them even better, right? So if you want to give someone a gift, you probably want to know what their age is, are they male or female, all of that, and you're putting the user, the person you want to delight in the center of it. So that's about the design thinking process. It's very iterative. I showed you quite a linear process, but as you can see, when you start doing it, you go in circles a lot, right? Just so you get it right. We show, we don't tell, it's really rapid. We make sure that we are keeping the user alongside the problems of an approach in the way that we can delight them. So that's about a few mindsets and ideologies in design thinking. And 5 minutes is up. So, just a quick one. A few of you said you were new to design thinking too. Design thinking. Do you have a good concept of what the tool is and what the mindsets are? You have a good sense? Great. You have a good sense? You're already new design thinking. Great. So did I add to it? Great. So people on the line, great. The design thinking views problems and solutions through the lens of people, great. We need to understand and reframe the problem from the perspective of the user involved, great. How different is design thinking from agile way of working, great, we're going to get there. So, that's about what design thinking is. If you've got any questions, if you've got any input, this will be a good time to talk to it. Could you try to put you on the spot? Okay. Any questions, particularly from the people who are new to the concept? Do you think I painted a good picture? Do you have any area you want to clarify? Is the gift analogy a good one for you? Do you understand it? Great, I love it. Okay, so thank you. Okay, you have a question for you. Just hold on for the people in the room, online.
Okay, I just wanted to ask you if you could kindly clarify the show and tell part. I'm not sure I understood.
Alright, sure. So show don't tell is just we along the design thinking process, we want to keep the user as close to the problem solving journey as possible. So it's about show don't tell is about looping the user into your design process. So you go back to them to say this is what I'm doing, and I use solicit feedback a lot. And so that is about the concept of show don't tell. Don't call the user and tell them I'm working on something. I'll show you when I get to the solution. You show them along the process to say, this is why I'm thinking about 3 ideas. One is red, one is black, one is square, one is orange, one is triangle. Which one do you think it's more likely to suit your needs? So the user guides you along the problem solving approach. And so that's why we really encourage you to show and don't tell. Keep the user in the loop. Maybe probably show don't tell is not the best way to capture that, but you should understand keeping the user along the journey of solving the problem. Great. Microphone. I wish we could text them as well so people can see the first language.
solving methodologies. Why is design thinking more important compared to those other methodologies? And is it possible to have, let's say, the hybrid system where you have the other methodologies infused with design thinking?
Brilliant.
Over time. What's the word? Like a strong methodology.
I want to facilitate us listening because I'm going to pass the question. Amelia?
Yes. To be honest, I didn't get. Did you say why is design thinking better than other methodologies?
So,
Why is it more important?
Or more important?
well, I'm not going to rate it on importance, but I think we really would want to talk so much about design thinking and want to democratize it because it's really dig deep into the user's unmet needs. So the process can help you really uncover what the unmet needs are from the user's point of view, and then the rest of the process will direct you to meeting those unmet needs. Some of the other processes probably will go into the field to validate what they think the problem is from the user's point of view. Design thinking really uncover those needs. We take those needs from our understanding of the user. So I think it's, and also it's a process that's really been democratized. You can use any part of it in any way you want in your own way, but the mindset still persists, right? User centricity, spending a lot of time in understanding the user in a way that you can meet them at, you can solve their unmet needs, right? And mostly, sometimes, the tool also will help you uncover some of the needs that the user had that the user didn't know they had, because then you do a lot of things to understand the user. You really empathize and you can move from functionality to understanding the user's psychological needs and their aspirational needs, and you can put all of that together into a tool into a solution that the user will love. So it's not as though I haven't received a gift before, but this one really meant a lot because I thought the person would mean so much to give me something that met my need at the time, that delighted me, that wowed me. So I think that's one of the reasons why we really push design thinking as hard as we want to push it. You want to add something? You see like you want to add something? No, yes, please. Could you, for me? You good?
I think regarding this gift, please not be honest, because I have a strong feeling that the person who gave it is about 90% of why you love me too much.
Yes.
Right. He's being sweet, but we'll take it. We'll take it. But I think, yes, please go ahead.
So, must there always be a user at the end of design thinking?
Sorry, Pedro. I think there's always someone you are solving for. So then, maybe we call it user, but there's always someone that needs, that have unmet needs that we want to meet. So there's always someone at the other end of the solution at the other end of the spectrum that you want to delight. So it could be a user, customer, it could be you. So yeah, there's always somebody that you're trying to solve for. It could be a system, it could be a policy, it could be a program. So there's always something to solve for. Yeah. Right. Good one. Okay.
Hi. Sorry. I just wanted to say this before I forgot, just to answer his question so that it doesn't overlap. As Kofi said, I don't know if I'll say design thinking is better than anything, but I think in my experience in some ways, I think it's the transferability of design thinking to different fields that's what I love. A lot of other methods do not easily, my area of expertise is in communications and marketing, and a lot of other tools are more scientific or more related to tech, and they don't always translate into my field very smoothly. So what I have found is that design thinking translates, whether it's art or music or communications or tech or IT or building solutions, it translates really nicely, and I think that's what I love about it. It doesn't directly answer your question, but going that in there. I'm trying to win you over, you see. All right.
Okay, thank you. I'm just curious. Do you mind giving us a closure by telling me the content of the course?
Bravo.
Should we answer or should we pass? No? So I think the content students will be more surprised if I love it. It was a diary, it was a pen, it was a bottle, a stainless steel bottle with my name customized on it. At the time, I wasn't using anything plastic, so it's really met my need.
All right. The gentleman in the back, I think. Thank you. Did you want to ask something?
Okay.
I thought I saw your hand was.
Yeah, online. Can I get someone online?
Yeah, can I have a question? So,
Great.
my understanding,
Yeah.
the way that this...
Would you want to, sorry, would you want to turn on the video so we can see you again? Great.
So, my understanding is, with this design, is it supposed to, from a human-centered perspective, at me, is it meant to grab my attention, make me want to, you know, it should be able to inspire me as to attract me to want to know more what's in the box. Is that the way the design thinking process is supposed to go? So, for example, if I'm a business and I want to get people to get my product, would I have to design that product from a human-centered perspective, where they are involved with the design process so that we can ensure that, or maybe have the different designers from the type of audience that I want to be able to attract them? Is that how that works?
Is it okay to give an answer based on my understanding as well? I just try to...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I can just hold on a bit, let me pull up all the other video. Pauline, I got your question, right?
Yeah.
Who got it better? Because I was trying to...
We have
Okay, so
someone
what I'm saying is,
answer.
for the design thinking process,
Yeah.
because I have, say I have a group of customers, customer A and customer B, and I want to be able to I want to be able to have this design that's going to appeal to them. Yeah, and say one in terms of looking at their cultural differences. Yeah, so cultural, my customer A and my customer B are different types of people. How do I make sure that my gift, or the design of my gift, appeals to them from that perspective? Because you're saying it's from a customer or client perspective. If it's an outward-facing approach, how do I make sure that I target the correct groups of people? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's making sense. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to answer it.
Oh, sorry.
Somebody offers.
Oh, someone offered to answer. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to see if I can use my understanding of design thinking to answer the question, and in the process I get to understand, have more clarity as well. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so my name is Wayna, and what I get from design thinking is that it helps you appreciate the needs, like properly appreciate and ascertain the needs of the consumer, be it your customer, be it a friend or the person you're trying to give the gift to, or the service you're trying to provide, instead of just coming up with an assumption, instead of coming up with an assumed need. Design thinking allows you to appreciate the flow of the need and the feedback with yourself, even before it's delivered to whoever it's supposed to be delivered to, in a way that you know for sure, you know for certain that whatever gift you're given is time appropriate, is need appropriate, and if it's a service you're providing, you know that you have walked through or visually walked through the solution you're providing and the response of the customer to that solution you're providing, so that if there's any way on the flow that you think something didn't go right, or you could do something better or differently, it allows you the opportunity to do that all by yourself before the final service, the final product, or the gift is delivered. That's how I understand it.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's
Okay, so
Emotion can simply, you have a lot of applause in the room. Can you hear it? Yeah,
So thank you, I think I understand it. We did so just to make it concrete, so I did a case study with some young people where we designed a program and we only had about, say, 20 young people attend. So when we went back over from lessons learned, we decided to get the young people to design the actual product. And the fact that they designed it, they had 300 more young people to attend because it was they created from their view, from their lenses of what they wanted. So thanks for your explanation. I think I understand the process.
great. That's lovely. There's a question in the chat. Yeah, so let's just go there. It says, what are the shortfalls of design thinking as a problem-solving tool? I would say just off the top of my mind, I know design thinking takes a lot of time. And so, yes, if you want to classify that as a shortfall, maybe. So you need a lot of time and patience to do design thinking and do it right. Any from the room? Fine.
Okay, so I just wanted to touch on the show but don't tell point. So with design thinking, you're supposed to spend your time walking in the shoes of the user, the user. Now, let's say you've been tasked to make a commercial, to help young girls, have protected sex, right? Now, in as much as the topic is a bit summary, generally people might start with advice. But if you're going to use a design thinking approach, you would, for example, show the life. This is just an idea. You could show the life of a young girl, let's say from school, having fun with their friends, and then you talked about gifts, just like Kofi mentioned, and then title it, let's say, the unwrapped gift, right? Now, you journey through, in the viewer's mind, you're journeying through the usual day of a young person, probably within the age of, say, 12 to 16. Now, as you do that, at the end, you can show 2 dead bodies with the name, with a tag on let's say, one line on top of the other clothes, and say abstain. Now, what that last visual tells you is that it doesn't really show you the acts that got them there, but it's showing you the end goal. It has got you involved in the design. So you are thinking along, okay, and joining the pieces. So yeah, the creator or the film director is actually showing you, but not explicitly telling you. So that's just an example of show by button.
Brilliant. I think while you were talking, I remember another one of show notes of that. We used a lot of visualization tools that can visualize and help you immerse. It immerses you into the problem space through visualization. And sometimes that alone can inform you a lot on how you pivot the solution. So that's another one show as well. A lot of visualization is happening. Alright. We only take the last one in the room and the last one online, and then we can move to the breakout.
Okay. I'm Elsie, and I just wanted to contribute. Someone asked a question about what some of the shortfalls of design thinking are. And I'm new to design thinking, but just in relation to what I've heard right now about design thinking, I work with an NGO, and sometimes you've been given funds to implement a project, but you need to know, even though it's a rural community, and you probably think, okay, they need schools, or they need water, or they need a hospital. You might actually go and build a water pump and they wouldn't use it because they believe that there's a river somewhere and that's better for them. So what we do as an NGO is to actually go and do a survey before any implementation of any project. You do a survey and know what the people think, what they actually need. Do they actually need this water? Are they going to use it? And that takes a lot of money because you're going to recruit people, like a lot of people, to go around the whole community and interact with the community people and ask, oh, what do you think about this? How do you want this to be done? would you prefer a borehole or tap water? So, in my opinion, apart from the time and the patience aspect, I think to actually satisfy a customer's need and to know or to delight the person, as Sophie always says, it takes a lot of money. Yeah.
Very good. You want to weigh in also as a topic? Counter comments? Or should we move on? Okay. So thank you. I think we've sort of had a good conversation on design thinking, and for the new ones in the room, the takeaway from what design thinking is one, it's a problem solving approach that takes a systems perspective and often leads to very creative outcomes. And also, it has an accompanying mindset around user centricity, around show and tell, around it's an iterative process. And I'll leave you with just the only way you can fully appreciate design thinking is actually attempt to do design thinking. And so, take some time and find out about a few tools and attempt to use any of the tools to unpack some of the unmet needs that you're facing. And I think at the end of the